Hi, welcome to the first of what I hope is many screen-free summer videos. The purpose of this one, I'm really trying to read as much as I can. In support of that, I'm not going to use any screens. Today, Saturday, tomorrow, Sunday. Should my stamina hit the wall, inevitably it will, for reading. In case I'm like, okay, I don't really want to read anymore. What do? I've got a list. It's divided into two, chores, not chores. We'll see it later, I'm sure. But yeah, I'm gonna start with the book Drums of Autumn by Diana Gabaldon. Diana Gabaldon. I looked up how to pronounce it. Which is the fourth in the Outlander series. I've got that much left. It's really long and I find my attention dipping sometimes, which is to be expected. It's a 900-page book. Not all 900 pages can be engaging and entertaining. And so that's where the list will come in. I could also just switch books. The Book of Gaza, A City in Short Fiction. So that's an option. And I also have American Fantasy by Emma Straub. Straub? I'm looking forward to this. I feel like I need this. I feel like I need this after being in bed for weeks and just being on the phone. It just felt so icky in my body. I'm hungry. I'm gonna start with food. And yeah.
On the telephone top 5, and we're now up to number 1. This call came in at 8:44.
I'm about 700 pages into Drums of Autumn. I'm thinking about sunk costs. And I've invested so much time into this book and so many pages into this book. I'm gonna finish it. I just don't know if I can continue on with this series. It's kind of not silly because it's how I feel. I'm just tired of being in a world where men, including our protagonist, the one we're supposed to be like rooting for and supporting and behind, I'm tired of being in a world where men believe themselves to be one way and they have to be a provider and strong and violent, and even violent toward women, their own women, and they believe that women have to be a certain way. Do I understand it? Yeah, they're living in the 1700s. I get it. I don't like it. I've tolerated it. But 4 books in, our protagonist, Jamie, who we've grown to like, I was gonna say love, but I honestly cannot stand him right now. Who we've grown to at least feel really loyal to as readers. Like, he's pissing me off, dude. It's been 4 books. It's been what, almost, I don't know, between 3,000 and 4,000 pages of story. And you would think him being with a woman from the 1970s who's fallen back in time, that 3,000, 4,000 pages in, he will be a little bit more modern or a little bit more flexible with his gender roles, and he's not. And now it's not just Claire, his partner, who this affects. It's also affecting someone new who, I'll keep it vague. It's affecting someone new, someone equally important in his relationship, in his life. I don't think I can do it anymore. Because I'm reading, because I'm just so upset when I read. And I'm like losing sympathy for him, and I'm losing understanding. And I'm losing respect for Claire for being okay with this. And I think if I don't like Jamie and I don't like Claire, then there's no point in me reading these books. And I think I'm at a point right now where I don't like Jamie and I don't like Claire. So as I said, am I gonna finish this book? Yeah, I've spent a lot of time on it. I don't think I want to read the rest of the books. Am I being sensitive? Sure, but I'm a woman of 2026. Like, I'm allowed to be sensitive to men being gross and women being submissive. So that's where I'm at. My lower back is really hurting and I might need to go on a short walk. Okay, so here's my list of things. so that I could have ideas on what to do when I need a break from reading. Dishes got done. I might have to go on a short walk right now because my back is hurting so much and I don't know if it's from sitting or what. I'm gonna go on a walk. It'll be short, 10, 15 minutes, and then I'll come back and keep reading. Oh my gosh, I'm sweating. Night has fallen upon us and I've accidentally gone full traditional homemaker. I needed to do laundry and lo and behold, I don't have any quarters left. The bank is closed and it just has to be done. So I was like, okay, I guess I'll hand wash in my bathtub. That's what I've been doing and I'm like sweating from it and I've had to go very slowly so as not to injure my, my incisions. Oh yeah, let's rewind and see how we got to this place where I even needed to do this screen-free experience. So I had surgery, and so as a result, I was in bed for a lot, and usually I'm not, well, I don't know. I thought of myself as someone who's usually not on her phone, but I ended up downloading Instagram again. I hadn't had Instagram for years, the app, and I was scrolling on it all day. It was so easy to lose time, and I felt really like out of control. Like I wanted to get out and I would look at the time and be like, okay, 10 more minutes. Okay, 10 more minutes. Okay, 10 more minutes. Okay. And it would be like 6 hours. Yeah. So from going to not having social media to all of a sudden feeling consumed by it was alarming and hence the experiment, I think. It's hard to even say experiment. I think it's going to be fine. I honestly think it's going to be fine. Of course, I think there are going to be challenges, but overall, I think this is going to be really rewarding because my body can't be engaged in the way I'm used to and or want it to be. I think my mind is desperately seeking out like constant stimulation. I'm gonna be okay. I've just got to be patient with my brain and be patient with myself. Like I was having to remind myself these apps are made for you to feel like you can't escape from them. That's intentional. It's working the way it was designed to work. It's not a flaw in my will. It's not a flaw in my values. But knowing that, I need to just not engage in the screens for a little bit. I ended up getting like 10 to 14 pages into this one when I was fully ready to ditch this one because it was bothering me. But it just didn't feel right to jump into another book when I would rather make progress into finishing this one. So I just ended up coming back to Drums of Autumn. Everything I said still applies, but the plot's getting good again. I'm interested, I'm invested. I wish, like there's so many pages. I think we don't need the part where Jamie's being violent. Now I'm on page 762. So if we do some quick math, I've read 150 pages today, and that is a lot. That is a lot for this book because look how small those words are. I've timed myself, and to read like a full 2-page layout takes me about 5 minutes. I mean, the words are small, and it's not like it's just like direct English. It's very old-timey speak, so it's a lot of having to slow down to read for comprehension. I think 2 things are true. I feel like, whoa, I read 150 pages. I didn't think that was possible. And also I thought I would have read more from not being on my phone all day. But you know what? No, like not having my phone made me stay focused, or I took breaks from the book and I could just put it down and just like stare out the window for 3-4 minutes. And then I felt recharged and ready to go back in. Or like I did a chore and then I was like, all right, I'm ready to be back in the book. So yeah, it's been good. It's been good so far. I'm honestly worried that my parents, my dad specifically, I'm worried that he's been trying to reach me and he thinks I'm dead. So I might turn on my computer tomorrow for like 5 minutes in the morning just to assure him that I'm still alive. But that will be the extent of it. I'm really enjoying not having screens. In the beginning, I won't lie to you, in the beginning it was a little bit tough. Like I found myself watching back these videos on my camera. I think I just wanted something to watch on a screen. I was like, girl, one, what a waste of time, and two, like, it's watching myself speak. It's watching myself say what I just said. So that got old real quick. Goals for tomorrow while we're here. Tomorrow. I really think I can finish this tomorrow. How many pages do I have left? Because I know I can do 150. Yeah, I can finish this tomorrow if I have the same focus that I had today. So we go back to my list. The things that I was able to do, I did look out the window a lot. I looked out the window and it was nice and it was calming and it was beautiful. I also managed to find some time to dance along to some music. I washed the dishes multiple times because I ended up cooking, which was on the list. So tomorrow I would like to go for a walk, a proper walk around the neighborhood. I sort of swept the floors a little bit, but that's like Sisyphus rolling up the boulder. The floor always needs to be swept, even right after it's been swept. Same with dishes, same with laundry. God, it's just a reminder that being on screens for me personally is such an easy way to lose my precious time on earth. And for all I know, I only live another 2 years. And I mean, I hope not, but I'm wasting it by being on the phone. Good morning. It is 8 o'clock in the morning on Sunday. I did check my computer for 5 minutes this morning because I was right. My dad thought I was dead and he was like, I'm calling you, it's going to voicemail, what's going on? So just updated my family to let them know I was alive. Did not do anything else on the computer, which is actually a pretty big deal because I thought maybe I would take advantage of that, but no, I did not. Yesterday I wanted to go on a walk, but I ended up cheating myself out of it by going just to the grocery store to walk. So I'm actually gonna start today with the walk because yesterday my lower back kept hurting and I'm sure sitting down all day to read doesn't help. I'm taking a break from reading one of the only characters that I care about in that book. Ugh. Something happened and I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Secondly, I'm realizing my impulses to like reach for my phone. And a lot of it is if I have a question, I'm so used to finding the answer immediately and not leaning into any sort of like discovery of my own. So for instance, I'm gonna roast some broccoli right now. And I asked myself, okay, like, wait, what temperature does the oven need to be at? And that's where I felt the impulse. I was like, oh, let me just check. And it's like, oh, I can't. My phone's dead. And I'm just so used to just searching that up. And so then I had to be like, oh, no, what am I gonna do? And I was like, cook? Experiment? Like, I think it's gonna be around 350, 375 for 40 minutes. Like I'll check at 20 minutes to see if it's burning or not. Just vibe. Trust your own. It's not even about trusting my own instincts. I'm okay with my instincts being wrong. It's more like use whatever seasoning you have. Use whatever seasoning you think is gonna be good. Even if it's not the best dish ever, it'll be edible, probably. And then I'll eat it and then I'll know better for next time. So on top of the social media scrolling thing, that was really my intention. I'm discovering that hold on, grab my compost bin. I just like look up everything. If I have a question, and these are the kind of questions I feel like back in the day, I don't know, I've only been alive in this day. But I feel like back in the day, if you had a question, like, how long should I cook my broccoli for? You would like call your mom. I don't know, like how much relationship am I losing out on because I'm grabbing my answers from the internet when I could be calling my mom. I definitely feel confident that I can finish Drums of Autumn and probably even make, decent progress on another book, like starting another book. just came back from another walk, so I'm sweating a little bit. I finished Drums of Autumn, and I'll talk about it later. We'll talk about it later. But I think what I'm in the mood for is like I'm ready to jump into something fun, and I think American Fantasy is that book. Taylor Jenkins Reid blurbed it in the back. Such a fun, delicious, big-hearted book. It's what I need right now after just getting really like upset and frustrated with Drums of Autumn. I need something fun and delicious and big-hearted. So I'm gonna start again. I know I read the first 10 pages, but I worry because I was still in the middle of reading of Drums of Autumn. I entered this book with those feelings it was giving me. So I want like fresh slate with this. I'm reading this, I'm making rice. And yeah, oh my God, I've been enjoying this so much. The days feel long and they feel filled with choices, and nothing feels out of control. Like I mentioned with social media and scrolling, things just feel more like I'm making a decision about how to spend my day, about what to do next. And that feels so good and freeing. Okay, the lighting's not gonna match because I forgot to talk about Outlander before I filmed my outro. I don't think I'm fully finished with this series, even though I want to be honest to God. I want to break up with this. I want to be done. But the last 100 or so pages were compelling, and I actually like teared up, and it ended in a way like the conclusion I've come to is that I like the world the author's created. I like the way she writes, not just central characters, but I really enjoy the way she writes periphery characters. And I love her writing style. I think it's very cinematic. Clearly, right, this became a TV series. And I think those are going to be good enough reasons to keep me around. That being said, I don't think I'm going to get to the next book for at least a year. Like I'm ready for a break. If not a breakup, then at least a break. I'm about 110 pages into American Fantasy. I am glad I restarted because I did come in with some stank energy from Drums of Autumn, and I need to just like clear that, reset, and come into it being like, look, probably it's going to be a little bit cheesy potentially, and I want to lean in. I want to enjoy that. And I have been. Now, I won't lie, the writing itself, it's clunky for me to read sometimes. Like on a sentence level, some sentences I get confused about. Like on a structural level, I get confused. Okay, so it's about a cruise where a boy band from yesteryear, a boy band from decades ago, think Backstreet Boys. In the book, this band is called Boy Talk, which I love. Anyway, so these men are now in their 50s, approaching their 60s, and they do a cruise. They do a cruise where they perform and they make money. We get 3 perspectives. One is from a member of the band who is not the most popular, which I like. I think we could have easily gotten the perspective of like the most famous one and still like humanized him. But the fact that we're getting not the most famous one, and one of them is famous. One of them is the Justin Timberlake, and he came back because he's trying to like rebuild his image as like, because he's been doing too many scandalous things. So he wants to use the boy band to soften his image again. So I think the Justin Timberlake level of fame, Harry Styles level of fame, we could have gotten that person's perspective, but we're not. We're getting not even Niall Horan. I mean, okay, they're all kind of too famous. But the fact that I can't think of a Backstreet Boy or an NSYNC that's not Justin Timberlake is kind of exactly it. JC, right? JC, that was his name. So imagine him. We're getting his perspective. And then we're also getting the perspective of a woman who came on to the cruise. She did not want to come to the cruise. She's like a 50-year-old woman. She was going to go with her sister. Her sister ended up not being able to go. And so she's there alone. And she's there reluctantly. She's like, yeah, I liked them when I was young, but I would never do this on my own. But It's healing something in her being there, and it's surprising her the impact it's having on her. And there was this moment where she first kind of like realizes that these, I would say these boys, these men are here. She starts crying and she thinks to herself like, oh my God, where did that come from? But everyone around her is excited because everyone on that cruise ship is like women who are big fans. She's in a collective group of people who are all there for one purpose, which is to enjoy something that was an important part of growing up for them. And when you're 50, I can imagine the idea of being able to touch something from when you were 18, when things felt simpler and your world felt full of possibility, versus something that you messed up. I'm so happy for her. I could cry right now. I'm so happy for her. So we're following her. Her name is Annie, the boy band member I talked about earlier, the non-popular one, the JC NSYNC equivalent. His name is Keith. And we're also following the perspective of the like production manager. Like she works on the cruise, but like on the production side. So she's not in charge of like cruise ship stuff. She's in charge of the band, of the 5 guys, and making sure that they are where they need to be and that everything's going well for them. Nothing's really going on with her. She's 30, so she's not of the age where she would have been a fan of them. She's just working. I mean, good for her. That's the perspective that has the least amount going on right now. And I'm kind of curious about where this is going. I don't know where I learned about this book from. I don't even know what the synopsis says completely, but I don't want to read it because now I'm like, wait, I think this is going in a certain direction and I want to be surprised by it. But yeah, I'm enjoying it, and you have to come into it being ready to like have your whole heart open, because kind of like Annie, like she went into the cruise ship ready to be like cynical and like, oh, I'm not like these other women here. Like I don't want to enjoy this. I don't want to be a part of it. You need to come in wanting the cheese. If I didn't have work tomorrow, I could see myself staying up to read it. But I have work, but then I'll just have to read it little by little throughout the week. This is definitely some of the most productive reading I've done, not just in page count, but actually being present, like being totally present for whatever I'm reading. There is nothing technological to whisk me away from the story. And like I mentioned yesterday, if I need a little break, I'll just do something, sometimes something as small as looking out the window for 30 seconds to a minute. And then sometimes, I'll go on a walk, or I'll wash the dishes, or I'll clean, or something like that. But then I come back to the book, attention refreshed. I like the idea of doing a no-screen summer, and maybe starting with the weekends, or maybe even doing 1 week on, 1 week off, 1 week on, 1 week off. I don't know. I don't have exactly a plan for it. It's not totally mapped out. It's sort of there. It's brewing. I feel it becoming something good, and I feel this reclamation of my time, of my energy, of reading, of my love of reading. I love reading, but the start of this year has been rough reading-wise, and I just felt so not present. Again, it's only been 2 days, but it feels really impactful and it feels really important. And I want to follow that lead. I read almost 400 pages, which is a lot for me, especially when give or take 300 of them were from an Outlander book, and those pages are dense. I also did get to do some of the things on my guide, on my list. I did get to dance around, listening to the radio play. I swept. I mopped. I actually got to mop. I've been thinking about mopping for probably 2 months now. I know that's gross, but that's my truth. I stared out the window a lot, and it was nice, and it was beautiful, and it was grounding to look at the leaves on the tree. It was also nice to cook. It was nice to prepare my fruit for the week. It was nice to prepare meals for myself. It was nice to take care of my future self and think about my future self's hunger and nutrition. And this video, this no screen summer, was particularly about reading, but I could also see weekends or weeks where the focus isn't reading, but rather how much time can I devote to my relationships, or to exploring the city I live in, or other hobbies like the ukulele, which I didn't get to do, right? Like songwriting, or practicing the ukulele, sewing clothes. Like these are things that I like to do and I don't have time for, but I've learned like, oh my gosh, I've got time. I've got time. I've got time, and the thing I didn't have was an awareness of where it was slipping to. Because remember, I didn't have Instagram for a while. It's not like it was all scrolling. It was also like the YouTube app and getting caught up in like hours long YouTube videos for a while. Or even just laying in bed texting. Like, I don't know. I have a lot to think about and reflect on, and I'm excited for more. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. And yeah.